Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host has returned. Chris, say hi.
Hello.
So, episode 4. Pretty scary.
Yeah.
You gonna be able to sleep tonight?
Maybe not.
I'll just be able to sleep knowing that my girl's protecting me.
Oh, there you go.
Because she's always ready for what's next.
Pike and Kruger on the case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty kick-ass episode.
Yeah.
I really like how it started out. And I love the blood. They didn't show us anything, but they showed us a lot.
Yeah, that was actually pretty brutal. You know, we had the top-down shot, and it's just like this star pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they just dragged people off.
Boys. Yeah. They don't know how many colonists are missing and all that stuff. So, yeah, I guess they go there to install something for their air filters, and so the colony can breathe. Mm-hmm. And they're not calling them back.
No.
And their communications has been destroyed.
They don't need to breathe anymore.
No. And so they beam down. I'm just like, oh, it's pretty dark. How many of those are red shirts?
I thought one of the guys might have been Sam, but he didn't have a mustache, so I don't think so.
What do you think of the colony? I like all the little fires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was creepy looking. It reminded me of maybe I guess a little bit of the same planet they landed on in TOS. It's kind of that idea, or maybe like Miranda from Firefly.
It's not funny.
So we didn't get a good look at it, but do you think it was a space Doberman?
Yeah.
Would it have a horn and
Oh yeah, the dog and the
Cocker Spaniel back in the day.
Yeah, right. He's in a little suit. So I was worried we were going to lose Kyle during the during the
you didn't jump all the way to that. Fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I wasn't worried we were going to lose Kyle. I literally thought Kyle was going to find a panel, pull it apart, and beam himself out.
Yeah.
But no, his blue shirt friend, he nodded at it earlier. It's just like,
you're much more important than me.
You're a chief engineer.
Yeah. Must be.
You look like you're fresh out of the academy, but whatever.
Yeah. You're a transporter number 1.
Yeah. I actually meant for you to get out and beam me back.
That was the idea. Hello? No. Hello?
I think that explosion took him out, though.
Yeah, I think it did.
Go! No! Hey! What?
They beam everybody back up because they're like, oh, here's a ship. And they couldn't tell what type of ship it was, but it was just a cargo ship.
Yeah.
And surviving colony people there that don't seem to have much memory of what happened.
No, not very helpful.
They're just like, well, you can't beam us over because we haul radiation with this. Radiation. It's a word. Look it up.
Yeah.
And so they did the Enterprise docking, which I like. And that was a good callback because you always saw Enterprise doing that.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got transporters.
I'm sort of confused as to why they couldn't put the shields up, though.
Yeah.
It's not like this was extending around very far. Yeah. I guess we're doing hull hugger shields rather than bubble shields.
They couldn't beam because of the radiation crap, so maybe they couldn't extend the shield around the radiation crap too.
Oh, maybe. You know what? That makes a little sense, because the shields would be what protects you from radiation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because I was thinking, we've extended shields around things in pretty much every series.
Raise shields now!
Raise shields. Red alert!
We can't. The transport tube. We can't raise shields.
Oh no.
No, that was some good strategy because why would they first I'm wondering why would they be up on a ship now? If your colony's attacked, you go hide somewhere on the colony. I'm gonna get in the ship. So they just woke up on the ship, I guess, to go and threw them up there, and this was all their plan. Yeah. It was a good plan.
The Gordon actually seemed fairly smart throughout this episode. They were...
We never see them.
Yeah, they were brutal, and they sent that ship in to be sacrificed, but then they get the Enterprise's position, and they baited them into this originally so they could take them down.
I think you lose a little bit of the impact of that ship being destroyed because we don't see anybody on it.
Mm-hmm.
But like the whole idea of like that ship went in there just to find out the position for the other ship, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They wanted us to fire. They sacrificed an entire ship just to get our location.
Why is that blip so much bigger?
Pike's under fire with La'an. My girl, she's just like, it's the corn.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fucking corn.
Yeah.
Little girl's like, I saw a monster, and she's just like, it's the corn.
It was clicking.
It made the predator sound. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a predator corn.
Yeah, it's either those sleep aliens from TNG or Gorns.
Yeah, now I want to see the predator hunt the gorn.
Ooh, Gorn versus Predator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never seen that comic book.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So yeah, she's hallucinating. She's seen all the trauma that she's experienced before. Med base fucked.
Yeah.
They're doing archaeological medical.
What is this? The Dark Ages?
Yes, you must stitch them.
Yeah.
Una's lying about her health.
Standard.
Yeah, well, when isn't she lying to us,
seems
Chris?
to be the thing she lies about. Yeah.
Doctor!
You said you were fine.
I was mistaken.
These are deep.
So she's got some shrapnel in there, so Chapel's like gonna have to go in and take it out. She's like, you're gonna bleed a lot. We need to knock you out. You're gonna need plasma.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, give her my plasma. All right.
He's command officer. It's always so selfless.
Oh yeah, and then there's Banga there with it in his arm. He's like transferring his plasma or blood to her, and it's just like, I wonder what, like, because if you go into like the whole Jehovah's Witness thing, they believe not to do blood transfusions, they do plasma. Una, being a Illyrian, might not believe in blood transfusions, that's why she needed the plasma. But here he is, with it in his arm.
That's just too goddamn bad for her.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna save your life,
But
and
it's just like,
you're gonna sit there.
She's
and
getting blood, is she not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does Mbanga have superpowers now? Is this like Khan's
I don't know,
blood?
is it sharing? Like, does it go back and forth?
Yeah, is this like Khan's blood where he's just cure any
Just
disease?
be like, paper cut bit. I'm Wolverine.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Spock has a terrible idea, and Pike's just like, I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do that. Let's go into the gas giant that's surrounded by a black hole.
Yeah.
That's gonna crush us.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Imagine serving with humans. Spock's just like, well, if we go any deeper, we'll be crushed to death. Excellent idea,
You know,
Mr.
for an
Spock.
intelligent guy, like, he made some bad suggestions later, too. Be like, well, we shouldn't do this because of black hole. Well, you know where I'm going with this. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
The central mass of the broad dwarf has a density that will crush the entire ship. Surrounding that is a volatile gas cloud. We will lose sensors, optics, long-range communications, and most importantly, the shields.
We'll be running dark.
That sounds...
Perfect.
Maybe Spock's just got these humans figured out and he's just reverse psychology.
Yes.
He's like, the only way we can possibly survive is if I do this. There's no way the captain will ever go for it unless I suggest we don't.
We really shouldn't have coffee and croissants tomorrow. You know what? We're gonna have coffee and croissants tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, you're always telling me to think outside the box, like come up with creative things.
Yeah, and I did like how we got this, sensor together, because we're doing the submarine episode, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
The hull literally made submarine sounds.
Yeah, so we
Everything.
got...
Beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Yeah, so we figured
Sonar.
out how to give us the sonar little thing. Yeah, and that was cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it made sense. Atmospheric shit would move around in a gas giant, so I really like that. This is a smart, it's a well-executed, smart episode where the characters developed. I liked everybody in it. This is what Star Trek's supposed to be, my God.
Yeah, this was a pretty standard kind of Star Trek episode, and it was executed very well.
Yeah, and it was dark.
Yes.
I would have liked to see a little bit more of the Gorn ship because, like, wow, it was like, it had like 3, but they were all like bent differently, like kind of like legs to the ships, and then like they were also twisted. I'm like, this design is crazy. I need to see it.
Yeah, and then we got the Gorn mothership, and that was its own thing as well.
Yeah, yeah. No, if the people working on the designs ever somehow see this episode, please just post it on Twitter. I want to watch the specs. I want to study them.
Want to see more. More time to look over my technical manuals.
Yeah. So one Gorn ship gets crushed because the atmospheric pressure's too much.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spock and my girl, they go off on a shuttle on the Galileo.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, do you want to meld with me? Chris, is that cheating?
Maybe.
Like, it's not.
Depends
It's not
on
that intimate, right? It's just
intimate.
memories. Like,
Pretty intimate.
yeah, he's gonna have dreams of her sometimes. Like,
Maybe.
Fuck.
And she's learning classified information. She's not allowed to learn.
I don't know what you heard, but I heard Spock's just like, I have a half brother, and this is the end of the conversation.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I heard.
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
Nothing else. No other siblings.
Nothing else.
We did learn that was her brother. I figured that. She was like, pretty traumatized. He keeps showing up, standing right behind Pike. Like, so what happened down there? You fine? You good? Yeah, I'm fine. Just seeing my dead brother. He's
Not
like,
traumatized at all.
So like he gave her a book like Gorn for Idiots. Like, this is how you read their language.
Yeah.
And hide.
Which is a little convenient. Like, when you look at it, like, he had these dots and dashes corresponding to, like, letters.
Yeah, Morse code.
But that sort of requires that the Gorn language is literally English.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to translate it to human letter, like, it wouldn't... It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're down on the little... the mating place.
Breeding planet. So they were being fed to the new hatchlings.
I want to
That's the
see
idea.
that.
I think you'd kill the humans before giving them to your hatchlings, but yes.
Well, no, that's to feed them, but like, if you think about it, like, there are spiders and other things that like basically use you as a womb.
Mm-hmm.
And like they'll rip you open and they'll put their eggs inside you and then they'll stitch you up with their webbing.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my alien giant spider movies that I watch.
Yeah.
And
according to my research.
Yeah. And I would love it for like someone to be like, oh, Alien versus Predator. I love it for someone to be like, get out of here. I don't feel so good. And then just like,
These little baby gorns. They're tiny. They're adorable, and they're gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Like dark, not that Star Trek-ish, but still awesome. I would want to see it.
Maybe not for this franchise,
No.
but yes.
No, we just showed a ton of blood. We're doing it.
Okay,
We're doing
okay,
it.
we're
I
doing
had to sit through, didn't mind, Klingon titties, rape, bunch of weird other shit, and discovery. No, we're gonna have Gorns eating people when they're hatched out of them. Okay. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
The light. I watched them. It's how they talk to each other. It's all in there.
What are you doing?
You need to run. Don't be afraid. Don't look back. Just run. Keep moving. No matter what.
They pop their head out, and she learned it way too quickly, like this light language. And like you said, like she saw the manual in her memories and just had it there all of a sudden. I guess if you've unrepressed it, maybe.
Because the Vulcan mind meld is helping you, or whatever. Yes, that was a little expedient, and I think just being able to translate that is pretty...
It felt like a long episode. It was definitely 50-something minutes, but like it felt like it could have been a movie on its own, like almost.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was very Star Trek 2 at times,
Yeah. I like how they're just like, flash, flash, flash. There are aliens on the other Gorn ship. You should destroy it.
Totally destroy it.
Yeah.
I just told them humans boarded and took over the vessel. At least I hope I did.
Wow, that worked. Hey, there's aliens on your ship as well?
Yeah. Get every last one of them.
I tried it.
I'm just a little surprised that, like, for one, like, hey, that's not a Gorn ship that just told us that, and for two, like, can we verify anything?
Yeah, is there no code?
Just...
can we just say that?
We could just go onto the Gorn bridge where the, like, you know, the tactical officer just like, fired. And it's like, did you fire already? Did you even verify? I'm sure they were telling us the truth.
That sounds like something... You know those idiots on that ship.
Yeah. They flash the right lights. Come on.
Yeah, nobody knows about the light flashing.
No. Nobody's figured that out. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Even she's just like, you know, the Gorn, nobody's ever survived them, but that's just not true. Because they become good friends with them, and then they don't want to leave, so that's why they never go back, and everybody thinks they didn't survive.
When they hunt, they're unrelenting. The truth is, plenty of people have seen the Gorn. They just don't live long enough to talk about it.
Yes.
For some reason, every time...
They were invited.
Every
they were
time,
having tea.
yeah, exactly.
Punch was served.
Every time, like, there was, like, a horror thing that was mentioned about the Gorns, I just, like, wrote down and thought, like, the reverse. And it's like, oh, they're lovely people. I would never leave the Gorn. That's why they've never been heard from again.
The Federation teaches that if we can find a way to empathize with an enemy, then they can one day become our friends.
I don't know. Like, what we were talking about is they're sort of pulling a reverse Borg with the Gorn here, where the Borg just kept getting nerfed and made less intimidating over time. Like, they're trying to they're making the Gorn a lot more intimidating.
Wait a minute, are you telling me you didn't think the Gorn were intimidating? That thing was huge!
It was huge.
It was huge!
You remember the music?
And Mirror Universe, like, was CGI weird, but whatever. Yeah. They were intelligent.
Yeah, they were smart. Imagine watching this in like chronological order, and then you get to the Kirk episode where he's fighting with the dude in the rubber suit. And
It's not working. It's not working.
Pike was talking about
if he has the time, Chris. If he has the time.
God, Pike was talking about next time we meet them. I'm like, next time we meet them, we're gonna build a cannon out of a log, and we're just gonna crush it in there.
No, Pike was all like being all hopeful and like, hey, we survived a miracle. My girl, and why I love her, she's being practical. She's like, well, what about next time?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run into these assholes again. Well, next time we'll be prepared. Yeah.
Do you think we will run into these assholes again? Because they have to keep skirting this line of not actually seeing what they look like.
See. Like you mentioned, and like we all know, they've really like puppified the Borg to the point where it's just like they're not a threat anymore. Like, yeah, maybe they might turn my shields down or something. They might take out a lesser known ship, but no, we've nerfed the best villains in Star Trek. So to create new villains off of ones we know would be pretty epic, and they did a great job building up a legend here of these creatures that are unrelenting. They absolutely will not stop. Mm-hmm. They look at you with dead eyes but are hungry.
That's Borg-esque.
I think they picked the right thing. Now, the big question is, can we see them? Can we get a bunch of like arcing episodes throughout seasons of like running into the Gorn? I want to see somebody on a jungle planet running from the Gorn. That would go against canon. But my argument is, aren't we always going against canon? I mean, I love the look of the Enterprise, but every single room in that ship is not according to canon of TOS.
Okay.
Okay, but holographic things that can be taking the safeties off of a sun and burn you is not part of the... Also, holographic phone calls in Discovery. Not part of the...
We know.
You know what? If this is the one thing I have to sacrifice for canon, give me terrible, terrorizing Gorn and have them, like, eat people.
I'm not good. I really have a hard time complaining about just purely visual stuff. Yeah. Especially if it hasn't been addressed directly.
Honestly, I don't care. I don't mind. You know what? I said in my last review, I was just like, for us, some of this technology is going to exist soon. Mm-hmm. Like, we already have some of this shit. Mm-hmm. We have VR, which is basically a holodeck. Yeah. So
and we're gonna have drones with shielding in like a couple of years.
To upgrade all the looks of stuff for this show makes perfect sense. Also, try explaining that to somebody you're trying to get to watch this show. Be like, well, it looks like this because in the '60s it had to look like this. It's not going to catch a new audience.
We're not going to make sets out of cardboard.
Yeah, well,
we're just not going to do it.
You're not going to build the franchise or build new fans if we're always harping back to the old look. Mm-hmm. So you have to update that. Now, like I said, we don't have an ultimate villain, and I think you could turn this into an ultimate villain, and you'd have to just sacrifice the canon of seeing them.
I guess.
You know what? They could just do that, and then when Pike's about to retire, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna classify this, so don't tell anybody."
We've already done that once.
And then your argument's gonna be like, "Well, Spock saw them, so why wouldn't he tell Kirk?" Well, guess what? Spock saw Khan's kids.
Spock has seen so much shit he didn't tell Kirk about.
Yeah.
Spock does not tell Kirk a goddamn thing.
I thought you said people like us don't have families.
No. Spock's just like, by the way, the ambassador is my dad. Really?
Yeah.
Really, Spock?
Yeah. Why did you marry her? Quite illogical.
Have you ever seen eyes that are both dead and hungry at the same time? To them, humans are just walking feed bags of flesh and bone and jelly. We are prey.
So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. This was a good one. I was a little down on the last one. That one was still decent.
Did you give it a second watch? Because when I gave it a second watch, I actually liked it more.
I gave it the second watch when I was here.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well,
remember, because that was mine. Yeah.
Didn't work for you then.
Okay. That was fine.
Turn me around on
That was
it.
fine. But no, this one was a lot of fun. Real classic Star Trek problem. Real classic Star Trek solutions. And I'm liking all the characters here. This is what we wanted 4 years ago when we started making new Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took you this long.
Yeah, no, now it's kind of, everybody's getting their own episode. Even Uhura, which we kind of glossed over, but like she was being trained by Hemmer in engineering because I guess, you know, we're going to explain why everybody in Starfleet can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
They all get training in the department. So she's getting trained in engineering. They had to vent it. Just like in TNG.
Yeah.
I was predicting that early on. I was just like, vent
so
the
was
green
I.
plasma.
So was I. Yeah, that was Geordi and Beverly? Is that what that was? Yeah.
They just held on though. With their
Yeah, they
arms.
didn't actually have the
let's grab the
harnesses
ladder.
or the suits. Yeah.
Not that the harness did much.
Yeah, those things that were
broke.
designed for exactly that purpose didn't
Yeah.
work so well.
But yeah, no, that's some good B story.
Mm-hmm.
Got to learn a bit more about Hemmer. I liked some of his outlook on life and some of his sayings and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I really did like that exchange between Pike and Spock, where he was saying, you know, why doesn't it feel like it? And, you know, for the same reason you made the choice, because you value life. Like, ooh, I like that.
No, he would have felt differently if Kyle had died.
I would have needed a minute.
Yeah.
We would have had to stop.
Yeah. So overall, enjoyed it. It was really good. Yeah. When does Sam get his own episode?
Yeah, we didn't. We haven't seen him. I want to see him again.
Yeah. Well, he's still recovering.
There you go.
Still recovering from, oh shit, should have moved. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.